Hello! Guess what day it is? I'm being very spontaneous. Today is Barbie movie day for me and a few friends. But I have to stream my yoga class, so I thought, why not? I'm dressed. I hate to redress and redress and redress. So I dress one time in the morning and that it is what it is. So I hope that you are ready for a fun, spontaneous class. I'll take these off so I can read. There I am. And spontaneity is the word, your mindful word of the day, the week. Have fun with it. I've really been having fun this week with my spontaneity. I've done several things. I've discovered a new cheese place by accident. So that was kind of spontaneous. I was like, my friend said, pull over here. That's a great cheese place. I was like, really? So we went there. We were on our way to somewhere else to a library event, but so just be spontaneous, do something fun. And that is the ability to act appropriately and without hesitation in an unplanned moment. Follow your intuitive promptings and explore the full spectrum of your creativity. Just have fun. Our focus is a very important focus for many, many people. It is going to be on the neck, the upper back, shoulders, and of course, I always had breath work into it. And today we're going to be doing alternate nostril breathing, which is a great stress reliever. So I figure if you have upper back, neck tightness, you're probably under a lot of stress, or you've been doing a lot of this, sitting, driving, maybe you're a dentist, a hairdresser, or your hands are always up like this, maybe you're a cook. Um, so whatever it is that has caused that stress, maybe it's just someone being a pain in your neck that you're like, I need to get rid of that person, pain in the neck there. This class should help. And yard work too. I did a lot of yard work. That's kind of one of the reasons why I chose this class to do this week, because of all the yard work I did. And I was like, oh, my neck hurts. My back feels tight. It has helped a lot. So, and then headaches. If you're having a lot of headaches too, this class should help. So, what you need to bring to the mat, I should have said this first so you could be gathering your stuff. A blanket, bolster, strap would be helpful, and of course, your eye mask for Shavasana if you choose to join me. So, here we go. We're going to start with our warm ups. I am going to take off my Barbie headband just because when I do yoga, I don't like to wear head stuff, but I wanted you to get the full effect of Barbie Day today and how fun this is going to be. And I will let you know if the movie was good next week. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's not just like Barbie stuff. It's supposed to have a really good message, especially for women, is what I've heard. I'm going to take off my socks. Can't do yoga in socks either. So we're going to begin standing up in Tadasana for our warm-ups. It's very important to warm up no matter what kind of exercise you're doing. And we are going to do quite a few things for the arms and neck. I'll put my stuff down there. So let's start by first just doing some toe. No wonder I couldn't see. My glass lens fell out. I was like, I can't read very well. I don't know what's wrong with my glasses. I may have to go get another pair. These are just cheap little drugstore stuff, so it's not a big deal. While I'm fiddling with my glass lens here, we're going to do some toe raises and heel raises. So I'm up on my toes, raising my heels. I'm on my heels, raising my toes. So let's do, maybe 10 or 15 of these. I've done 3, 4, 5. I'm just going back and forth. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, woo, 14, and last one, hold it up here, and then hold your heel on your heels with the toes up. I can't get this back in here. And then come down. I'm going to have to go get my other glasses so I can read my stuff. While I'm gone, I want you just to do some nice breaths up and exhale. Breathe up, exhale down. Breathe up, exhale down. Breathe up, exhale down. These are my real reading glasses. Didn't fall out of those. Here we go. One more time. Inhale up, exhale down. Thank you for being patient. I hope you're being patient with me. Like I said, go with the flow. There's always something happening. You just got to be change with the moment. That was very unfortunate. I don't have to work on those. Those are my favorite drugstore pair. So let's see. Let's rotate the feet around, 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3. Ah, good. I'm just going to rotate my ankle. This is also a good balance here and if you need your chair, you can hold on that. 1, 2, 3, reverse. 1, 2, 3, and place that foot down. Other foot up. I have my left up. 1, 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now for the knee, it's another little bit of a challenge here. So I've got my knee up, turn this way, at a 90-degree angle, and I'm just going to rotate my leg out. 1, this is hard, 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, and left leg, or whichever leg you didn't do. 1, 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Now for the hip flexor, raise your knee up to 90 degrees and take it straight out to the right side. This is my right leg. 1, 2, 3. Place that foot down. Raise the left up 90 degrees, straight out. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Now let's do a little hula. Hula was very popular when Barbie first came out. Hula, 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 hoo, hula, hula, hoo, hula, hula, hoo. Reverse. Hula, 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 hoo, hula, hula, hoo, hula, hula, hoo. This is one of the best movements you can do for your low back to keep that flexible, especially if you have, I have spinal stenosis. That was one of the things that my physical therapist told me would be helpful to keep that low back. So, or any low back issues, it just feels really good. And it keeps that whole low spine very flexible. So practice that often. Like you can do it if you're standing in the kitchen, getting ready to cook, or at the sink. Stop for a moment down the hallway, wherever you can, do the hula. And it's fun. Now next we're going to do a little bit to get the rest of the spine loosened up. I'm just going to do a little washing machine. You see how my toe comes up? Make sure that you're letting your heel come off, not my toe, your heel come up off of the mat onto your toe. That protects your knees from twisting in a bad way. And let's do a couple more, and then we'll bring that to stillness. Then we're going to take and we're going to cross our right leg over the left. So we're going to take our left hand and I have to rethink it. We're going to take our right hand and stretch down. So the left leg is behind, the right leg is crossed, and it's the leg that's crossed in front is the hand that goes down the side. So right hand down the side, left hand comes up and twist over. So you're getting a nice little twist in that spine. Now let's do the other side. Pressing the left leg over, left hand's going to come down to the side and take right hand over. Then we're going to do the opposite. So right foot on, crossed over. Left hand's going to come down this time. Left hand comes down and cross over. I'm seeing which way I think twist both. They're both very good. Left foot over. Right hand's coming down, the opposite, and twisting over. I feel more stable that way, but that seems to do more of the low back. So that was a good little spinal twist for the whole spine. Now we're going to bend your knees, inhale your arms up. And if at any time you need to lower your arms because they're tired or you just don't feel like you can do anymore, just stop and then come back into it if we're still going. We're going to do little bitty airplane circles. Remember doing this in school? I hated this in elementary because I think our gym teacher, he didn't do it, but he made us do it for an extremely long amount of time. And if you put your arms down, you had to go to the front and do it more by yourself. And I used to think my arms are going to fall off. And then reverse. We're doing about 20. Halfway there. And you can take a break here, or you can challenge yourself. And we're going to do big circles. 1, 2, 3. Really good for the shoulders. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really opens the chest up to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, we were counting back. Oh, I lost count. Let's do a few more. I forgot to count backwards, I think. And that should do it. Now, keep your arms up and bend your elbows and swing out side to side. Sometimes I just really get into it and forget to think about what I'm actually doing. My arms are really starting to get tired. And then let's bring that to stillness. And oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. That should feel good after all of that arm workout. 2, 3. I'm just shrugging up and back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Now, shoulder shrugs. I'm just bringing the shoulders up where I have no neck And blow that out with a big ah. Ah. We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale up. Ah. Last one. Inhale up. Make it your best. Shrug, 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 and release. Ah. That felt good. Let's take our hands now and put it on our neck and do a gentle little neck massage. So this should be able to, got my bling on for Barbie. I have to work around that. To tell you where some of your tight spots are. So if you find one that's particularly tight in the neck, just spend a little bit of time with your fingers. We'll turn around this way. Can you see my neck? I can't see, so I hope that the neck is in there. Just digging my thumbs into that tight spot. I've just about got mine worked out for my yard work because I've been practicing this week, or about 4 times now. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, I'm really getting into the neck massage. Nice, nice. And then I like to take my fingertips, let's see, and I just put them down in between my shoulder blades and kind of squeeze them up. That feels so nice for tight shoulder blades. If you cannot reach, you could do one at a time. I'll do it on the outside so you can see. I think 2 at a time feels much better. But you do what feels best for you. That's just my preference. And then just relax your arms down. Now that we've got our neck loosened up, we're going to take our chin and point it slightly down towards our chest and look to the right, center, left. I still have a tight spot right there a little bit. Center, right, center, left. I had a lot of weeds come up because center, right, last one, center, left. We had a really hard hot spell. And I was not going to go out there when it was 110 degrees and do anything. So I had to wait for it to cool down. And we'd had a big rain right before that, and they just went crazy in the flower beds. But they're all cleaned out now. But now I have a little thing in my neck from pulling the weeds, I guess. Okay. I think that's all I have down for my warm up. I feel pretty warmed up. Oh, no. I thought there might be one. Okay. We're going to do our eye rolls. We haven't done eye rolls for a while. I'm going to come up here so you can see my eyes rolling. And what we're going to do is we're going to start up. So we're going to look up, and then we're going to roll them slowly around, and I'll go 3, 6, 9, 12. So kind of pause at those numbers like you were looking at a clock. And we're going to roll them to the right twice and to the left twice. It's a really good eye exercise. So here we go. 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12. And then just gently, I'm going to just close my eyes and do a little bit tiny, very little pressure on my actual eyeball, but just kind of a little pulsing. And that feels really good. Now we're ready for the meat of the class. We're going to sit down. So that's why I said to bring a blanket or a bolster. I'm actually going to sit on my bolster. It's more comfortable for me to do that. And you can just sit in easy pose. You can sit on a blanket, which I would suggest you sit on something because it's better to have your knees a little bit below your hips. And this pose can get kind of tiring on the low back if you have low back issues. So that's why I'm sitting on my bolster. It gives me a little bit better support that way because we're going to be here for a little while. And I will have to read this because it's quite a little flow. Uh, I completely forgot our sun salutation, but that's all right. We'll come back to that. So let's become seated here and just kind of close your eyes down for a moment. And just take a couple of breaths. And then we're going to get started with some seated cat-cows. So we have done cat-cows quite a while. If you're new to the class, I will, of course, explain it. So for cat, you're going to inhale as you arch your back out and like pressing my stomach towards my back so that my back is arching. Maybe I'll sit sideways so you can see that. It's a gentle arch. So here we are, arching for cat, exhaling for cow. And then I'm just gently lifting my head up. Inhale, exhale, cat, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, inhale, cow. One more time. Inhale, cat, exhale, cow. That is a great one for that tension in the upper back and flexibility for the spine. I love that one. It's one of my favorites. And we're going to do a seated twist, right and left. So for seated twist, which if you're seated down on the mat or the bolster or the blanket or even a block, it's all done the same way. So we're going to take our right hand and put it over onto our left thigh as we twist around, and the left hand is placed back behind me. It feels really good. Inhale and exhale, twisting now to the right, with the left hand on the thigh, right hand behind you. We will do 5 of these. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Try to hold in your Uddiyana bandhas, that's your stomach, as you're doing this. Anytime that you're exercising, if you can hold in your stomach muscles, you're training your stomach to use the muscle instead of just letting it hang out. Inhale, exhale to the right. I think this is number 3. In each twist, maybe you might feel a little bit more limber. Inhale, exhale to the left. Oh, yeah. Inhale, exhale to the right. This is our last one. So I'm just going to pause here a moment longer. Inhale and exhale. Oh, yes, to the left. I'm already feeling much more limber. Inhale and center as you exhale. Our next one is called a diagonal side stretch. And this one may be harder up here on my bolster, but we'll see. I've been doing it on the blanket, but I thought I'd do the bolster today. We're going to inhale Raise your arms up. Exhale. And, oh, yes. Diagonal side stretch. I'm just coming down straight over my torso over the left thigh. Inhale up. And exhale as you twist. Oh, that feels good. Inhale up. We'll do 3 of these. Exhale to the left diagonal, just like you're laying your torso over. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. You can come down further if you want, or you can stay up here. I'm staying up here because I'm feeling a really good stretch. Inhale up and relax. Our next one is we're going to do our eagle arms. I'm going to read what's coming after the eagle arms. Okay. So for eagle arms, we're going to inhale both arms up. Exhale as you bring the left arm under the right and cross them. And you can stay here, or if you really have that tightness through the shoulder blade area, if you lift the hands up and down, it really gives a really nice stretch through that. And I think I'll just hold it up here for a moment. We're just hanging out here for a little bit. And then exhale down and untwist your arms and inhale and exhale. Now the right hand on the bottom, left hand on top, and intertwine them. Oh man, this one really gets in there. It's my left shoulder, my right neck. That feels really good for that left shoulder. You can just stay right here. You can even have your hands like this, depending on your flexibility. Or you can have them moving eagle arms. I'm going to pause up here at the top of my eagle arms. You can't see my face very well there. I'll peek around. And then exhale and release, untwine the arms, and then just kind of let your arms flow if they need to relax out from the eagle arm pose. It feels really good. Now we're going to do a spine mobilization. And for this one, it's sort of like the diagonal side stretch. I'm going to come down off of my bolster for this one. If you're on a blanket, you can probably stay there. So I'm going to sit up nice and straight in my easy pose. Inhale and exhale as I do a straightforward fold. And we do this a lot of times in child's pose. So I've got my arms outstretched in front of me, my head's down, and fold it over. And I'm going to inhale. And I'm going to move my right arm to the right, and my left hand is going to follow. Oh, that feels so super good. And now I'm in a spinal mobilization. I'm letting it really stretch. Inhale, and as you exhale, return to center. Reset yourself. You can let my elbows drop down here in the center a little bit. Nice inhale, and as you exhale, left hand to the left. Oh, right hand follows. That is tight. Woo, that's a tight spot. It's really getting way down into my right glute, which is where I have some issues there in that right glute. This is a great one for stretching that. Inhale and exhale as you return to your center forward fold. I'm going to inhale as I come up. Oh my gosh, that felt good. Now to counterbalance that deep forward fold, I'm going to turn this way so you can see. We're going to inhale and exhale our hands behind us and do a little bit of a back bend. We're moving the spine all different ways today to help relieve any tension through the spine and get that spinal fluid flowing. And then I'm going to walk my fingers up. And I'm going to scoot back a little bit. Come onto my knees. If you have knee issues and your blanket's handy, you can put them under there. We're not going to be here very long. But if you're on a hard floor, definitely use that extra padding. I'm lucky I'm on a cushion carpet and a cushion mat. So here I'm in tabletop. Let's just do a couple of cat-cows here. Remember to put the pressure in your fingertips to take that pressure off of your hands. So inhale up, cat, exhale, cow. Inhale, cat, exhale, cow. One more. Inhale, cat, exhale, cow. And then just bring this to a tabletop and let's do a C shape. So our could be tabletop crescent pose. I'm looking my head to the right, my hip is twisting to the right, coming back to center, head and hips to the left, like I'm trying to see my hips. Center to the right. Oh gosh, this is great. And center to the left. And center, and then come back into child's pose. Stretch your arms out long. This will be great doing it before I go sit at a theater for a couple of hours too, because I don't really like to sit that long in one spot. And if I sit at home, I get up and move around. And then come back up. And we're going to do eye of the needle, or thread the needle. So we're going to inhale, and I'm going to take my right hand and press it back through underneath the armpit. And if you can place your head on the mat and stretch left arm out, or you can just stay wherever you need to stay. I have some people do it as high up as this, depending on your flexibility. And I've seen people go lower than I am going. This is about as low as I can go. And we'll hang out here for a few seconds. I hope you can hear me. I'm not facing the camera. I think you can. Ooh, I got a aloe vera leaf that's falling off. I'm going to have to get rid of that. And then I'm going to take my left hand and press myself back up. I didn't notice that. I wonder when that happened. Yeah, this feels good. Now we're going to go to the left arm through the right side. Inhale. And exhale as you bring the left hand and arm through that little needle. Thread the needle. You can see my head's going down on the mat and my right arm is coming out straight. Booty is up in the air. This is a great shoulder stretch and a good spinal twist. You should want to really get the hand that's in front of me and really kind of like pull, and then I get this great stretch right through this armpit, which is kind of a hard area to stretch out. So this is a great stretch for that tricep. And down through the pec area. And then I'm going to bring the right arm back up so I can press myself up gently. Ooh, and then come back into a hero's seated position. Or if you can't do that, just up on your knees. Now, we are going to I think we'll just have to miss our sun salutation. It's okay. My classes, they're all different. Even though I have a guideline, sometimes I get ahead of myself because I'm thinking about what I really want to do, and I just skip those two. That's all right. We're running with good time. So for this one, we're going to come into our Gomukhana, which is cow face pose. And I'm going to give you a couple of options because not everybody can do the cow legs. So you can stay in your seated position. I do recommend a blanket for this, though. I'm going to say we're doing a lot of seated positions. So you can do seated position here with your cow arms. And this is where the strap comes in handy. So I'll grab my strap here. And I'm going to face backwards so you can see the cow arms. And then I will show with the cow legs the whole Gomukhana pose. So I'll take the strap and hold it with my right hand. If you need the strap, you may not. And then with my left hand, I bring it back and lift my hand up towards the strap. And you can do your pose this way. What is important is to keep, instead of letting the elbow come this way, keep the elbow up high and away from your head. So that's with the strap. I don't usually use the strap, but I understand a lot of people do. I've been doing this pose, oh gosh, for a long time, so I'm pretty flexible with that. If you don't use the strap, I'm going to demonstrate with my left hand this time, so I'm not all lopsided. I'll inhale the right arm up and let it come over my shoulder and bring the right arm up to meet it. Or you can use the strap. And again, you can see that my elbow is up high and away from my head. In other words, don't be doing this to try to do your pose because you don't want to. We're trying to release the tension in our neck, not cause more. So I will now show cow legs. And you can do it with the blanket or without. I think I'll do it without. It's easier. But if you're going to do seated, just do the arm part. It's best to have the blanket. So I'm going to bring my right leg over. It's bent. And my left leg on top for cow legs. I really like this pose, cow legs. I think I will sit on my blanket. It's a little better for my back. Just on the edge of it because you don't want it to get in the way. So let's begin with the whole pose. Gomukhana. We're going to repeat it 2 times on each side. So my right leg is under my left. They're both bent at the knees. As much as you can get the knees parallel to each other is better. Some people can really get their legs straight out. This is where mine are most comfortable, and that's where I'm going to stay. My watch is getting in the way there. Now, cow arms. I'm going to inhale up My right hand's going over my shoulder to pat my back, and left hand is coming up to meet it, or you're using the strap. You're sitting up nice and straight and try to push the right elbow pointing towards the ceiling. We're just going to hang out here for about 10 seconds. And that's 10 seconds. And then we're going to unwind the arms, unwind the feet, and shake them out. And now we're going to bring the left leg under the right leg on top into our cow leg, Goma Konasana, cow face pose. We're going to inhale the left arm up, patting our back. Right arm comes up to meet it. And then when I get my fingers together, I can lift my elbows straight up, and you see how that straightens me. And my head isn't leaning over to the side or crooked, and my arm is not pressing into my head in any way. This is a great stretch through that hip area. Really like this pose. It's fun. I think it's fun. A lot of people don't like it, but I like it a lot. We're going to just hang out here, and I think our 10 seconds is up. So I'm going to gently release my arms and kind of let them float around and release. Lean back, release my legs, and shake them out. One more time each side. Inhale. Right leg underneath, left leg on top. Right hand up, left hand behind, and this time we will hold it for 20 seconds. Or you don't have to hold it as long as I do. Always remember that. If you feel you've had enough of it and you're stretched out to your limit, just release it and come into whatever pose is comfortable. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and release the arms gently. Kind of let them, I always like to kind of stretch them out after that. That's a pretty deep pose. Lean back, release your legs, shake it out. The shaking out part is a lot of fun, I think. Inhale the left leg underneath, right leg on top. And you see I'm helping my legs. This pose, I think they should just call it Bambi on the ice pose, because that's what the legs look like. It's called cow face pose or Goma Konasana. Left hand's coming up, right hand's coming up to meet the left, and straight into my cow face pose. I guess I could moo. Moo! I hope you don't mind my silliness. I just feel kind of silly today because the word is spontaneity. And I want you to have fun. Sometimes it's just fun to have fun, and I like, oh, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I like to have live classes because then you can get the personality of the class, and sometimes the class can be a little silly but serious. And release the legs. And laughter, you know, is a great exercise in and of itself. So if you want to laugh at me because I'm being silly, go right ahead. I'm going to remove my blanket. Well, I think make sure. Okay, now we are going to come into my favorite part, is where I get to lay down on the mat. I'm going to move this. I don't want to break these glasses. Get them up there. So here we are, laying all the way down. I think you can still see me. Yeah, I can't really see unless I lift up if I'm in the view, but I am. So just get comfortable down here. Maybe do a little wiggle or whatever, and then we're going to inhale our arms up overhead, and stretch them as we stretch our feet in the opposite direction for, it's called a full body stretch. Imagine that, full body stretch. Something that you probably do in the morning when you first wake up. And then as you release that, we're going to go into a supine bird dog stretch. So we're going to inhale and exhale the right hand and the left foot in opposite directions, which is a great way to align the spine up. And release. And opposite arm, left hand, right foot. Release. Inhale, exhale, right hand, left foot. And release or exhale. Inhale, exhale, left hand, right foot. And when you're here, don't hold your breath, just breathe normally and then release. That felt really good. Now, let me get my strap. I hope you have your strap handy. And we're going to put my loop back in. I took it out to demonstrate the cow face arms or cow arms. And making a little loop. We're going to do Happy Baby and a few other things. It's just nice to have that loop in there. So let's start with Happy Baby. I'm going to put my feet out wide, like I'm in a V pose. The buckle I have in the middle so I don't grab it because it's not that comfortable to hold. And I'm going to hold near my feet, not at my feet, for just a nice little hamstring stretch right here. And we're going to go into our Happy Baby in a moment. So we're going to inhale and exhale as we gently pull our toes towards our head. That's a good stretch. Do not over pull that. It's a very gentle stretch. And yours may not look like mine. You may have your knees bent a little bit, which is more the Happy Baby, but let's do a couple more of these. Inhale, exhale, toes to the head, and inhale up. Exhale, toes to the head, inhale up. And last one, exhale, toes to the head. Should be very gentle. If it's painful, back off. Do not put yourself in a painful pose. Any pose that's painful, back off on it. If it's just like, oh, I feel that stretch, stop right there because that's where you need to be. Don't go beyond that. Now for Happy Baby, we're going to grab the strap again. This time, bend your knees. And Happy Baby, you can roll side to side, which feels really good. Love Happy Baby pose. And I like the rolling. I always love watching little babies when they first roll over, and then when they get over onto their tummies and they have that little, like, what happened look. It's pretty cute. And I'm going to bring my Happy Baby to stillness, and then I'm going to stretch one foot up and really bend the other one. You know how babies kick their heels out? So we're just doing some very gentle stretching. I like using the strap instead of holding the ankles because the back should really remain flat on the mat. And it's very hard to do that unless you're super flexible. And then that way you do not strain back, which we just tried to relax and strengthen earlier. So we don't want to be putting more strain into that back. And I'm just doing a few of these. I think this will be the last one. If you've done equal sides, bring that to stillness. And then release the left foot and keep a hold of the right. I'm going to put my left leg with my foot on the ground and my knee up to the ceiling. So I'm going to hold the strap with my right hand. I'm going to take my left hand and let it tee out to the side, and I'm just going to let this right foot come over as far as it can. That's where it wants to stop, and that's where I feel my good pull. So I'm going to stop right there. Some people go all the way to the mat. Keep your hips on the mat. I'm not that flexible. And some people may stop up here. We're just opening up that hip flexor. Oh, yes. Getting a nice inner thigh stretch, inner groin, and then bring that straight up to the ceiling. And this time grab it with the left hand. Right hand comes over in a T, and I'm going to let this, I'm going to straighten my left foot out and let my right leg just fall over as far as it goes. You see my hip is staying down here. It's going to come up a little bit because of pulling to the side, but don't pull it all the way up. Just stop where that is. Mine's quite a bit up in the air. You should feel a really nice hamstring stretch through there and through this hip area. And I'm looking to the right. It's just more comfortable to look to the right. Oh, it's starting to loosen up. It's falling further and further over. And then bring that leg back up straight. And I'm going to bring my left foot back up into the strap. Keep the right knee bent for this one. Hold with the left hand. I'm going to take my right hand out to the side and let my left leg just fall over to the left. You see, I'm keeping, this leg has to kind of come out to keep you from falling over to the left. That is a great inner groin, inner thigh stretch. Oh boy, I really feel that. And then I'm going to inhale that up. Hold with the right hand. Lower the right leg straight out. Oh, this is tight. And my left hand is teed out. I'm looking to the left, and I'm letting my left foot fall to the right. And you see it's not falling that far because I want to keep my hips on the mat. I'm not trying to do a spine twist here or anything. I'm just stretching those legs out. And if you don't have a strap, you can still do it. It's a little bit harder because I have more control and I can stop my leg where I need to and hold it. And if you don't, and then inhale that leg up. I'll show you how that looks without it. It's just like that. It's more comfortable with the strap. Place both knees down. Walk your feet out wide. Bring the knees together. And we're going to windshield wiper them. So we're going to let the right knee fall over to the right and the left knee follows. Inhale straight up and then fall to the left. You see my hips are not rolling over. It's just a simple leg movement here. And it really feels nice. It gets into the low back a little bit. Anytime you do any kind of exercise, you should always try to do them with the right form so that you're protecting the integrity of your body structure. And we are going to do a spinal twist here in a moment, and they're done a little bit different. This feels so nice. Now bring the knees together. And I'm going to lower my left leg. And for this one, the whole body is going to roll over to the left side. So we're going to lift this up at a 90 degree, and it's just going to come way over, and you see everything is coming up. My shoulder lifts up. My whole spine is in a nice supine side twist. And then if you want, you can take your left hand and kind of help that left leg come up, which is a little safer for the back. And then straighten the right leg out. Lift the knee up to 90 degrees. And here we go, all the way to the right. And I'm looking to the left. You're looking the opposite direction. For some reason, this side is tighter today. Usually it's my right side. And your foot may not touch the ground. It may be hanging up here in the air, and that's perfectly acceptable. My knee is not touching. Some people touch their knee. Some people are still like up here. You do your yoga. I'm just giving you guidelines of maybe a goal to try to meet at some point. And then inhale. If you want to help it up, the left leg up and down. Oh, that felt really nice. Let's see, check my time. So we're going to do knee to chest. I always like to do that one if we can. So we're going to inhale the right knee up and exhale as you pull it towards your head. It's laying on my chest, my abdominal cavity. Inhale up, exhale towards, knee towards the head. Inhale up, exhale, pull it in. And this one you can really pull on because you're not going to overstretch a muscle this way. And then inhale up. A lot of things you don't want to pull because of the position you're in, but this one is fine. Inhale the left knee up and exhale as you pull it towards your chest. You don't have any muscles in a tightened position, so that's why it's safe to pull it. Inhale up. Exhale towards the chest. And we're just holding it. When you're holding it, just breathe normally. Don't hold your breath. Now do a nice inhale up. Last one, exhale, knee towards the head. We're doing a nice little internal abdominal massage this way too. And then inhale up. Bring both knees up. And we're going to grab behind our legs. And we're going to roll side to side. Another roll side to side. Give a little massage to the back. Feels very nice. And then just exhale everything down. Grab your stuff for Shavasana. I like to have the bolster under my legs. Oh, before I get all comfortable down there, I want to show you alternative nostril breathing. So if you can see me, I hope. I'm going to come sit up here so I can explain it. It's hard to see if I'm laying down on the ground. And then I will talk you through it while I'm down there. So you're going to take your thumb and press the right side of your nostril. The index finger stays loose. Your social finger, let's use the ring finger. Your ring finger is going to be in use in a moment. I'll move these out of the way. So thumb into the nostril, and we're going to breathe into the left nostril. So inhale up, inhale left nostril. Let's use a ring finger. Hold, release the thumb, exhale right. Inhale right. Press, release left. Inhale. Press, release right. You got it? So it's inhale, hold, exhale, opposite, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale. Okay, it's really not that hard, but it's really hard to say all the words while you're trying to do it. And I have to kind of be doing it, or I can't think of what I need to do next. So we'll try it. It's one of the most relaxing nostril breathing. Is such a great stress reliever too. So have all your stuff ready for Shavasana after our nostril breathing. Our alternate nostril breathing is what it's officially called. We will just go into a Shavasana. I'll just say and relax at the last one, and we'll go through about 3 cycles. And if you have your eye mask, of course, that's always good. Gotta get this. I have my eye mask. I'm getting set up for my Shavasana. I'm going to get my timer. And we'll probably do about 10 minutes of Shavasana today. Oops. There it is. Okay, we're going to start with our alternate nostril breathing. So, thumb on your right nostril. Inhale left. Hold it. Exhale right. Inhale right. Thumb. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. And relax. taking any last minute wiggles that you might feel necessary. And think about the word, our mindful word today, spontaneity. And what could you do to be spontaneous, but be spontaneous in the moment, not think about it and then go do it. So just try to add some fun. Let's take a nice long stretch for one last one. Bringing the arms overhead, stretching opposite. And then when you're ready, roll over onto your side and push yourself up into a seated position as I come up here and come seated in my chair to end the class. I hope this was fun for you. I had a lot of fun putting this together and can't wait to go see the movie in about an hour and a half, I think. Yeah, about an hour and a half. So, when people think of flexibility, they often think of activities like yoga, which we just did, of course, flexibility, gymnastics, or other sports. However, mental flexibility is also essential, and that is by a lady named Danielle Dahl. And then I have another quote from Bittersweet Dilemmas. It's a new website I found. I I need to go back through some of my notes because I found some really good ones and I can't remember them when I get on the computer. Here it is, and it goes with their spontaneity mindfulness word. Don't live a life full of plans. Sometimes the best moments happen when unplanned, and the greatest regrets happen on not reaching what is planned. So that's a really good lesson. It is good to have plans, but it's also good to have some flexibility because, like I said, it actually happened yesterday. We went to the library to hear about abandoned buildings in Kansas City, which was excellent. If you live in the Kansas City area, she's going to be coming back in the spring to do another presentation on buildings in eastern Kansas and the ghost town in Oklahoma. And she actually goes into the buildings. I got a book, one of her books. She's got 5 out and another one on the way of pictures of all of these buildings first abandoned and then takes them through sometimes to demolition. It's and the history of the building and why it was abandoned, and it was very interesting. So I encourage you, if you're in this area, to look her up on the website, Mid-Continent website. So I'm going to draw the word for next time, and I got willingness. So I hope you have the willingness to join me next week. Put my spontaneity word up. Whoops, it goes in the other pile. And I will be writing a class on willingness. Not sure what it'll be yet. Kind of comes to me as I sit down and think about the word and what I want to put with it. So let's rub our hands together, bringing love, joy, peace, and spontaneity into our heart center today. And let's bow our heads. And I honor the light in you and ask that you honor the light in others. Namaste. Ta-ta for now, and I will give you a movie review next week also, good or bad. Ta-ta.